or an HRV. Either way, I told her, do not go for the German car. I like it, but their maintenance schedule that they think you need to stick to is bonkers.
Yes, it is. Transmission services, everything.
Transmission service, they say like 25,000 miles for a drain and fill.
Yeah. Which, there's no fucking way. Liberty and lead. Keep it local. Keep it cash. Tell the feds to kiss your ass. I'm Ty.
I'm Moo.
I'm Trigger.
Moody was just mentioning his mom looking at a Volkswagen SUV, but Trigger says Honda. I say Toyota. But since you brought it up, or we're talking about it, remember the Ford F-Series truck used to be the best-selling truck in the nation?
It's not anymore.
Toyota RAV4 is. Best-selling vehicle.
As of 2 weeks ago, I think.
Something like that.
I thought it was the Tacoma that took over the pickup market.
Vehicle.
Either way, a Toyota overtook the big three, which is fine because the big three have had a lot of quality issues lately.
Yes, they
Well, I
have.
think the biggest hurt
But
on the F-150 is the EV F-150.
they're losing.
I think that put a big ass fucking hurt on.
I might have a screenshot on that. How much they're losing every truck.
And either way, I think we discussed it a while back on one of these. How much they were losing on each truck. It was like 30 grand or some shit. It was something stupid. But if I was going to get a SUV, even in the used market, Honda CRV, they're good for 250 to 300,000 miles. I mean, you keep up on decent maintenance, and that's
I think
something
you can
that I
get better
preached.
than that at that point.
That's something I preach to so many people is the fucking maintenance. Keep your oil full, keep it changed. I mean, go by the damn intervals. I can't stress that enough, is do the fucking maintenance.
Well, so I saw it said once that German service intervals, if you do not adhere to the schedule they like, it's likely to break down because the schedule is the schedule, and Germans are by the book. Whereas like Toyota designs their engines expecting that you're going to ignore service intervals.
And I honestly hope that most manufacturers design their shit for you to be human.
Yeah.
And miss the interval. There was one here a while back that a video I seen, and maybe it's a far-fetched because it's fucking video hell right now with everything, but the lady had her oil changed at 74,000.
First oil change?
Nope, that was her last oil change. Car quit running, was in a freaking
When you say 74,000 miles,
that's the mileage on the vehicle, was 74,000 miles. She had oil changes before that.
Okay. I'm
Or
sorry.
the vehicle had oil changes before 74,000. But the last oil change completed was at 74,000 miles.
Okay.
And guy was trying to help her out, and I don't know, it was a fucking Walmart parking lot. Okay. She had 164,000 miles on that car.
Was it a lease? Because then maybe, but...
And
90,000 miles on an oil change.
Yeah. On a 6-quart capacity oil change. Or 5-quart capacity.
Probably 5.
90,000 miles. Back in the 90s, Cummins had a maintenance-free engine that they advertised as a maintenance-free engine in these freaking diesel pusher motorhomes. It was a 5.9 Cummins.
You don't need
maintenance free. What do you hear when I say maintenance free?
Maintenance, 100% maintenance free, but it's not 100. There's no possible way.
Well, actually, it's fine. You don't need to change the oil. You just burn what's in there and you put fresh in. So you're constantly draining your oil system. You're fine.
They were going back to the dealership with blown up engines at 70 and 80,000 miles. They said it was maintenance free. Cummins had to eat fucking shit on that one. And
Because
they
their
put-
marketing team
Yep.
fucked up. Okay.
And they had to put all new engines in them and say, nope, you need to change the oil every 8 to 10,000 miles.
I'm dying to know, what is Cummins' definition of this maintenance free then?
I
What is their, you don't know?
don't
Okay.
know, but they advertised it as maintenance free. Well, people weren't putting fuel filters in, they weren't checking the oil, they weren't adding oil, they weren't freaking changing the oil, nothing. It's maintenance free. You don't ever have to pop fucking hood.
But they made it 70 and 80,000 miles. That's
I mean, I'm not saying that's bad. I mean,
That's
they
pretty- that's
did
pretty
it
good, dude. That's
under
pretty
some
good.
pretty harsh freaking terms. But again, now back in the late '90s, early 2000s, the Hummers had 6.5s in them, or 5.9 Cummins in them.
6.5s were the turbo 6.2s.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Or they had Cummins in them. Well, again, the military wasn't checking the fluids because
They're
not
military.
necessarily, and
They're
exactly,
18-year-old
not
kids.
because
They
they're
don't
maintenance
give a
free.
fuck.
It's because there are children that are driving these.
Well, no, they can determine if they're the right gender.
Well, okay, I give you that. But they had so many of the 5.9 Cummins come back blowed up
Yeah.
because they were overheating them. So if you go to a military surplus and you buy a 5.9 Cummins at a military surplus, you need to check the 5.9 Cummins and see what head's on it, because they made a military edition 5.9 head to go in these that are a solid, no water jacket head.
Oh,
You know what sounds really efficient in the desert is an engine with minimal
No cooling.
cooling.
it kind of sounds like everything else government. No EGR coolers, no.
No DPFs, no
no
DEF,
DPFs.
no fucking NOx sensors, no particulate
You-
matter
So
sensors.
a minute ago we talked about the Fords.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Real quick. You know about John Deere's easy oil change system?
Take it to the dealership.
No. They have one. We used to work with someone that bought a mower with it. Easy oil change system. 30-second oil change. You don't have to drain it, nothing.
Run it until it spits it right out the side of the block and it all drains.
Nope. So it comes with a cartridge. It's got the filter and the oil all in one container, one cartridge. And when it's time to do an oil change, you unthread the used cartridge and you thread in the new one. I'll show you what the cartridge looks like. That.
I've never heard of that.
That's an easy
It's-
change.
Fuck?
It's got the oil and the filter all inside that cartridge.
Yeah.
You just screw it into place and go.
What happens if you go over on the oil change? Is all the oil in that gone?
I would assume the sump goes right, well, sinks into that. Because
I-
it's supposed to contain the old oil, so you can just unthread it. Then again, what do you do with it? You're not supposed to throw it away. It's full of oil.
Burn it.
Are you going to cut it open and fucking drain the oil? Oh, that's not really easy anymore.
I don't know. But I'm skeptical of that fucking system.
I'm not using that fucking thing.
No?
Even back then, I'd have been super skeptical of that system. However, today, anything John Deere does, I'm pretty skeptical. Whether it's big,
You
small,
sure? I could see you driving that John Deere pickup we talked about.
we don't call them Juan Deere for nothing. And the fact that they don't help the farmers. They made their whole base on farmers and farming. And
Well,
they're fucking
all
farming.
their advertising is about how they go out to help the farmers, and then in actuality, they make it damn near impossible for the farmer to work on their own shit.
There's definitely two versions to them stories.
And there is. There's both sides to it. You know, I think I talked on here about that farm out Iowa or whatever. Bought a brand new combine before fucking harvest.
Nothing but trouble, and they won't come help him or
Made
nothing.
it 400 hours before it grenaded the engine. Sent the freaking rods out the side of the block. They were, I don't know, a month into freaking harvest. They had the combine sat there in the freaking middle of the field. Brand new fucking combine.
Leaking oil.
Yep, it blew oil into the freaking hopper. It blew oil into everything. So the product that they had in the actual hopper bin was junk. because it was soaked in fucking engine oil and coolant, whatever.
Everything
else
around where they blew up is
Look,
ruined because it leaked out over everything.
it took them 3 weeks to get an engine to go in this brand new combine.
By then, harvest is deep.
And they brought another brand new combine out as a freaking loaner.
At least they did that. I'm surprised John Deere even did that. Really.
But John
from the
Deere
horror
come
stories
out
that we're
there-
hearing these days from them,
They changed the freaking engine out there in the middle of the field with a fucking crane and everything else. And it took them, I think it took them like 3 days to change the or swap the engine out.
Well, those combines, that engine's buried deep under a whole bunch of shit that's got to come
takes
off.
15 to 16 hours to change the engine out in Aeromed. They
Wow.
do it every X amount of hours. I can't remember what it was, but 15, 16 hours.
To be fair, they probably have to take the rotor blades off and the rotor assembly and get all that extra shit off the engine to get to it. So you're taking a helicopter down.
But 3 days for a fucking combine.
Did I tell you about
Well,
the one?
hold on. Aeromed has the rotor assembly and the blades on the top they can pluck off and set it aside, and the engine's already perched on top. They just have to get the covers off. A combine has a hopper and a cab sitting on top of the engine.
Nope. They're actually behind the hopper.
They're behind the hopper.
Yep. So you got the cab, you got the cab, the hopper, and the engine sits right behind the hopper. So you have panels you pull off, and the engine's right there. But it's got this gigantic ass freaking steel frame all the way around it. It is all bolted together. It might have 30 bolts at each fucking joint to hold the structure of this fucking combine together.
And knowing John Deere and seeing what I've seen in the last generation of
Proprietary
them,
bolts.
it's probably,
Yeah,
one.
that too.
Two, it's probably got more miles of wiring in it than the helicopter does.
Just
Where-
like we were talking about, 10 miles of wiring in a pickup. Or that freaking
Data
Hennessy
center.
Escalade.
Well, what was it? Fucking, where the hell did John Deere get a 7-point fucking bolt?
Yeah.
But now,
Looks
I
like
lost
looks
it.
like the lug bolts in your car.
I fucking lost what I was going to say. right there.
Epic EV fail. This is Grassroots Army posted a Breitbart screenshot. Epic EV fail. Ford Motor Company has reported a $5.1 billion loss in its electric vehicle and software business for 24, with expectations of losing even more in 25.
Then stop producing it. Shut it the fuck down, park it out in the fucking weeds, and start producing decent fucking vehicles.
That's all we want. Decent.
Your old president said this is the future, and we're going to make you eat shit.
Your
on-"
old president,
No,
you voted
your-
for the fucking
Nope,
lunatic.
Nope.
And you know, they're already bitching. All the big auto manufacturers are already bitching about Trump's freaking tariffs and shit. It's going to cripple the fucking automobile.
No. We're
No.
bringing Isuzu in. We're bringing Toyota. Toyota's going to bring more production
fucking
in. And
Ford, freaking, what is it, Descent?
What?
Stellantis.
Stellantis, sorry.
Sorry. No, I knew where you
And
were going.
then GM, okay? Start producing something worthwhile, bring it back to the fucking U.S., put some people to fucking work, and shut the fuck up.
I hate to be the fucking bearer of bad news, but I think the biggest problem with the big three right now is the fact that we have American hands on it. The American hands used to mean quality and longevity. Now they want those cars to break at 100,000 miles by design. So the American marketing, the American engineers, they're trying to figure out every which way to make it take a shit at
Well, they're trying-
150,000 miles.
they're
so
trying
they want
their
you to buy a
best.
new one.
Not necessarily to make it break at 100,000 miles. They're trying to find the cheapest way to produce something. So what used to be a 1/4-inch thick aluminum block, they have now brought down to tinfoil thickness block to save on weight, to save on manufacturing costs, material costs.
The government wanting to get 30
Or-
miles a gallon out of
or
this car, and the only way to do
plastic,
that's get
or-
lighter.
Wiring. Wiring is such a freaking nightmare on all this shit. Instead of a 30 strand freaking 14
Trunk.
gauge wire, now they've brought it down to a 6 strand 26 gauge wire. And if it goes around one bend, well, that's stretched it a little bit. Well, and then the rattling of the vehicle, the movement of the vehicle, it moves and it breaks those 6 fucking strands that are literally less than a fucking pencil,
Wow.
sharp ass pencil lead diameter.
And on top of all of that, they run everything through computers, so when one thing goes down, it takes down a whole bunch of other stuff. So diagnosis takes fucking forever to figure out.
For instance, a 1980s refrigerator has a lifespan of 20 to 30 years. Today, it's 5 to 8 years.
Okay.
So someone online, okay, you always hear about
by
hold on,
design.
I think
That
I
is
know. We
Okay.
might be on the same page. So there's a guy online that likes old refrigerators. He like collects them and
Test their efficiency and shit.
tests the efficiency. In an old school, he put, I think it was a freezer outside with the door open
I think you
and
sent
let
it
it
to the
run
group.
and recorded how much power it took, and then had a newer one do the same thing.
Same exact.
And
Same
the old
exact-
one had a bad seal in it.
No,
old
it didn't have a door
No,
on it. He
they took the door off
Yeah.
and let it run.
And then he showed another one with a bad door.
It
set.
used
what it was.
it used less power, and it iced up the entire freezer section like his freezer did.
Yeah.
But
Mine's doing it downstairs because we got
it used
too
less
much shit in
power
there.
and froze the box over with the door off.
They did a time lapse. Yeah, I seen that.
Now, you want to know the funny thing is? Do you know where he's at?
Arkansas, I thought.
Nope.
Grand Rapids.
Lapeer, Michigan.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He's out of Lapeer, Michigan.
Because he had snow in the background too. That's right.
Another guy I follow, Growing Corn 2020. He also does painting these coolers and all this shit. He paints all these old refrigerators for like International or John Deere or whatever. And he does it for farmers to put for their barn fridge or whatever. And he sends it. Growing Corn got one.
What's
which-
what's this thing called?
I'd have to look it up.
I'm
to
gonna
be
message him and
honest.
just say paint one bright green and put Snap-on on it. You know, easy sale.
And he would.
He will
But,
send those weekly payments.
Growing Corn 2020 out of mid-Indiana,
Illinois, I thought.
Illinois.
Is it the guy that starts a lot of videos with "Sup fuckers"? That guy?
Yes.
Yeah, Illinois.
Okay. And he
What's the
always ends
difference?
everything is
You know what?
have a shitty day and go fuck yourself. That's how he ends every video.
I mean, we
But he
kinda got
got
the
one
same
from
idea.
him. He come down, or he has a car show down at his farm. It's beaters with a heater. Drive anything and everything you want down there, and it's to drink beer and bullshit, and that's it.
So
But he says if
Mustangs.
somebody's coming down through Michigan, could somebody swing by and speak with such and such? He has something that he wants brought down here.
This guy. He starts a lot of videos with "Sup fuckers."
But he's awesome.
Like
Yeah.
we kind of got the same idea going here, kind of.
But either way, and yes. But yes, those freaking that cracks me the fuck up because everybody, that old piece of shit's so inefficient. But I tell you what, you used to go to Grandma's house and you could crack open her fridge and you grab that freaking jug of milk and it had that little bit of ice in there and you pour that in a fucking cup, best milk ever with that little bit of fucking ice from that fucking fridge.
And had she not been told by marketing somewhere that thing's super inefficient, she'd still be running it.
You're fucking right.
Not only running it, but when something breaks, you could get spare parts back then.
He refurbishes these. He freaking buys all the parts. He fucking
I wish I
solders
could.
them all back together.
How many pop machines I've had over the years that I probably could have just did it myself?
Yeah,
I should have.
It's just-
That'd have been cool.
but
Well, you got that.
everybody was led to
Pump
believe,
machine.
got to be more
That
efficient.
works.
Efficiency. No, that's the fucking government talking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
But how
It's-
are they more efficient? Maybe they got better insulation.
They're bigger.
I
They're
don't
not
know.
more efficient because look at the freaking power that they
I
were
know.
using. They 20,
put an actual clamp
27.7
amp meter on
amps or
It's like kilowatts, I think.
yeah, sorry, kilowatts. Yes.
He put a clamp meter on
And
them.
it was the same. And no, it was a plug-in meter on both, and he plugged it in there, and it could tell how much kilowatts it was using. It used the same.
I remember.
And I don't know if you looked into it, but some of the fridges back then, badass. They had the swing-out shelves where you could damn near walk all the way around the
It was
fucking
basically a
shelf to
lazy
see.
Susan in your
Yes.
fridge.
There was a big safety thing going on around the nation because
Kids
all
are
those
wild.
old fridges were getting dumped into dumps. Well, kids were climbing in them, getting locked in them because once that handle locked, there's no.
But again, if I'd have had a freaking freezer with that freaking son of a bitch and lock,
That thing couldn't have shifted.
it wouldn't have fucking opened for 2 goddamn months. It would have went clunk, done.
Right.
Sorry.
Just real quick, Menards has a stand-up freezer, could be used as a fridge if you want, garage ready, Centurion, whatever their brand is.
Okay.
Whatever.
Criterion.
Yeah,
Criterion.
$4.99 right now after rebates and all the bullshit. It's a 17-foot.
Cubic foot.
That ain't bad.
I'm trying to talk Amy into like, dude, we could
I bought Buzzy's freaking 19 cubic foot one for $300 used.
Right. You bought one from Mike.
Yep. I paid.
You can get a
fuck, I think
21.
I paid $300 for that one.
You can get a 21 foot for another $100, so $500.
I'm not gonna say you're. Yeah, never mind. I mean,
And apparently, as we're talking about it, the newer ones are more efficient than them old ones. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
shut the fuck up.
Anyway,
Actually,
I would get one for that price.
Amy doesn't want it. I'm like, she goes like, where are we gonna put the fucking thing? I'm like, in your garage, so it's close to the house. I ain't got room. She's got Halloween shit in the way. Do I just say fuck it and we get rid of the one we got and put the freezer?
put it in your lean-to
Not trying to start shit here,
in that front corner.
but is the lean-to loft full?
It's a bitch to get anything up there. It really is.
You only use it for freaking 14 days a year.
I know. I'm with you. I get it.
Sorry, I'm.
The Ed Richter sale happened. The motorcycle thing. The Indian flat track. Dude, some of this stuff went crazy. The Indian flat tracker, $40,000. Somebody plus a 10% buyer fee or 13 with card.
Some bitch.
Yeah, dude. Ain't no shit.
A lot of money.
Somebody got some fucking deep pockets. Sure as hell ain't me.
There's, dude, some of the really
Well-
crazy. A lot of the sleds went for crazy money too.
So I'm excited to see. We're not gonna see much right now, but the results of
I
this
think you're right.
government cost cutting. I'm excited to see the result of it.
They're cutting it currently, yes, but we're not going to see any results from that for a year.
I know.
Because that money is already spent. It's not like they're getting it back. Now, the shit that them dipshits sent up to freaking New York City for the luxury apartments or luxury freaking hotels.
$53 or $57 million, whatever it was.
Yeah, that. They freaking pulled back. They ripped it right back, supposedly. So, are we going to see that? No, because it was only gone for a week and a half, 2 weeks. But Jesus, it went up $15 billion from last freaking, $13 billion.
So as of time of recording, the Doge
last
clock
Friday.
is at $49 billion saved.
It was 36 billion it was 36.5 billion last Saturday.
So
Did
for
we record
those
Last Friday.
listening, yeah, there's a live Doge tracker, Poly Market. Which one are you using?
Dogegov.org, I think.
But we're not going to see the results of that until next year's
Dogegov.com.
freaking-
Polymarket.com has a live Doge tracker as well. I'm at 49.09. Is that what yours says?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're not going to see it until next year. Sorry to interrupt. We're not going to see it till next year. However, I'm excited to see what the tax setup's going to look like.
Oh, but the left says you're just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Of
Anybody
course.
that wants this, I will send them the link to it. Just holler. But the Poly Market one or the one Moody's using, which is from them, that's the same.
Again, you can text
This
me if
has
you
the
want a link.
listing of everything that they're taking. Prague Civil Society Center, $32 million for instance. There's 77 total initiatives involved in this. Savings per taxpayer so far is $320.85.
So I've seen...
Which is minimal. However, we're 4 weeks in. We're 4 weeks in, not even.
I've seen
We're not
videos.
even 3 weeks in.
I've seen videos people secretly recorded of, I forgot what, I think it was the Treasury, of people getting laid off, fired.
Talking them out.
They were told, all right, your credentials expire at 3, so if you can get your personal belongings and be out of the building by 3, that'd be great.
3 weeks, pretty much to the day. We're at $49.9 billion saved, or pulled
fine.
back, however you want to look at it. I don't care how you want to look at it. For the goal of $2 trillion, I feel like we're well on our way.
By July of 2026 for the 250
I have
year,
Anniversary.
250 year.
4th of July
I
party.
have a feeling the next 6 months that number is going to fucking skyrocket. But
Well,
for the year and a half after that to make it to that is going to be slow going, because now you're going to look at more minute, smaller things to start
Yeah.
scraping.
low
the
hanging
funds back.
fruit.
Yeah.
We're doing low hanging fruit game
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
you're not the top of the tree yet.
I'm with
picking
you.
The
I'm with you. However,
He's
I
hacked.
still feel pretty fucking good
But
about
no,
it.
that still has me. I mean,
Giddy.
That's almost boner fucking worthy.
Which is still not exceptional. Not in any three of our cases.
But that's still fucking $49 billion in 3 weeks' time is what
far.
he's saving us from spending in the fucking future.
And who knows?
That is fucking awesome.
Do you know his number one kid doing all this?
Big balls.
Elon.
Big Balls. His name's Big Balls.
Okay.
Is it Harry Balls or Big Balls?
But he wasn't
Big
elected.
balls.
Big Balls. That's another one. Yep.
Neither was the rest of the dipshits.
Gulf of America.
And-
I posted one tonight, and a guy got all pissed off. It's still Gulf of Mexico.
Hey,
The fuck it is.
So, apparently everyone else in the world sees Gulf of Mexico, but Google shows us Gulf of America.
I heard Apple does too.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Either way. So, I just ran the math. 154 million taxpayers in the U.S. $49 billion is $318 a taxpayer. What could you do with an extra $300 in your life?
That's what this thing just said. 320.
What could you do with an extra $300
I
in
mean,
your life?
to be honest, a fair amount.
Again, we got the low hanging fruit. We'll probably run dry at some point, but we're still at
It'll
the beginning
definitely-
edge of this.
And you
It'll
know,
definitely slow down.
We're always talking about draining the swamp, cutting the fat, whatever. Well,
We're actually fucking doing
everybody's-
it now.
Sounds like the swamp's
everybody's-
drain itself.
everybody's weight loss, the first part of the weight loss is the fastest, and then it plateaus out. Then you have to work harder. It's the same thing. They're grabbing the low-lying fruit. They have to work harder to get to that freaking upper fruit. It's the same shit.
Right.
You hit a plateau, and it's okay. We need to look into the books further on this. We need to see where the hell the leaks are. But to be honest, I have freaking full faith that these fuckers are gonna find it.
That being said, we just kicked the door in on the not FBI. Was it FBI? What did they kick the door in on? The Federal Reserve. Something.
No, they wanted to audit the Federal Reserve, and the last president that did that got shot.
JFK.
Yeah. So
What the one whatever it was, that's going to be another low hanging fruit for probably what I feel like could be some very substantial numbers.
and then last time the Pentagon got audited, 2 planes hit some towers,
And
the-
explosives went off and
and the
images
Pentagon.
were
Yeah.
printed.
So, either way, I feel like, especially with the way Trump's loading up basically reliable people everywhere, we're going to start seeing some real shit move along.
Did you see what I sent you?
Yeah.
And you know, I know that a bunch of these freaking idiot libtards and leftists and all that shit. It was the freaking 22nd of January wanted to see, oh, he ain't making any changes. Egg prices didn't come down. Okay, you know what?
That's their version of low hanging fruit.
He's going to take time
Well,
to get this shit dwindled down
They're grasping at
of
straws.
what your fucking president, useless fucktard piece of shit, fucked everybody up on.
so they 2 days in
Sorry.
were, oh, why aren't the eggs cheaper? Oh, I thought he ran on lowering grocery prices. So he couldn't.
He also ran on getting rid of the illegals.
He's doing that. So in 2 days, he couldn't unfuck 4 years of Biden. Wow,
In
big
2
shocker.
weeks, right.
We're a month in, he still can't unfuck Biden's bullshit.
Not even. We're 3 weeks in.
Where,
The 15th.
yeah, we got
Next
5 days until
Thursday or whatever will be 3 weeks or 4 weeks in.
I say the 21st, 22nd, because I mean the
Okay,
first day. The
whatever
first
day
day is
that
all
is.
celebration and
Yeah.
partying.
Oh.
Thursday, Friday, or Saturday next week. So
Anyway.
a week from today, it'll be 4 weeks.
Getting rid of the illegals. Stop paying for their fucking hotels and their food and their health care and their phones and their cars and
Quit giving them money to freaking
their
do stuff to fucking murder
their debit
U.S.
cards.
fucking citizens.
Their debit cards. Laken Riley was raped for 18 fucking minutes straight. Then she was brutally murdered. Stop telling me how bad you feel about Trump. Stop telling me how evil he is.
Trump did a really good thing by naming the act the Laken-Riley Act. So when the Democrats try and revoke it, they'll have to call it the Laken-Riley Act.
Stop trying to pander to me to feel bad about getting rid of the illegals. Get rid of them.
Well, I also enjoy
America, land of the free, home of the brave, all this thing, but we got some boundaries here, man. It's time to...
We're the land of the free because of the fucking brave.
So I like seeing the videos of people protesting the deportations that they disagree with. So they fly Mexican flags.
They protest because CNN tells them to. Go ahead, sorry.
But they're complaining that you're kicking us out and sending us back to Mexico where we don't want to go, but we're going to stand in American streets and fly the Mexican flag.
If
If you're so proud of that flag, fuck off to it.
Why don't you want to go back to your home
I
country?
gotta stop using the F word. Sorry.
Oh, I've used it so much tonight that we're probably going to get banned off of whatever we're on.
Weirdly, we haven't been yet.
Did you see the Associated Press? They're banned from being on Air Force One forever.
I didn't know. Okay.
Because there's a lot of freaking news agencies or whatever that ride Air Force One for all this shit.
Press conferences.
Yep.
Associated Press is banned from ever setting foot on Air Force One.
I like his press conferences where he's standing there and he's going, "You're not allowed to talk yet. Shut up. I didn't tell you to talk."
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, that guy ain't looking around, man.
I did like he banned the use, didn't ban the use, but definitely put into place that we're going to go back to plastic straws.
Yes.
Because it never made sense that we're using paper straws and a plastic sleeve instead of plastic straws on a paper sleeve, which makes more sense. And who the hell wants to put a rolled up paper towel in their mouth to drink whatever they're drinking? Yeah.
I got nothing.
I can't.
I
thought that'd be a bipartisan thing, but all the comments I saw on it were like, how does this lower egg prices?
the Republican platform. These are all Amy's. Free enterprise, secure borders, honest elections, real journalism, ethical judiciary, civil rights, moral standards, and personal liberty. Democrat platform, hate Trump. There's a lot of truth in that because when you see these interviews on the street, why are you such a Democrat? Because I just hate Trump. Well, what did he do so wrong? Well, I don't know.
They can't answer it.
Right.
It's just like they couldn't answer it the last fucking 4 years that Biden was in there. The first 4 years Trump was in there. They can't answer it because they don't have a good answer. They just hate the man for being orange and outspoken and not doing what helps their prerogative. What helps whatever, what's the fucking word I'm looking for? Their fucking
Initiative.
bullshit initiative. There you go.
So, Ty, you want to go over this one?
I got a name for her. She's Blue Bozo. She's Blozo.
I was thinking
She's
Marge
bold.
Simpson without her freaking hair
dude.
up.
That's a good one, too. I like that.
So, for those listening, last night at the city council meeting in Worcestershire, Massachusetts. Worcestershire. They voted on becoming a sanctuary city for trannies and gender diverse people. And the meeting went just as you'd expect.
So they put in a bunch of rebuild shops because I got some transmissions that need to be redone.
Hold on. This is probably going to get us banned for real. So I went into a U-Haul with a delivery once back when I worked with Ty. And I walked into the shop. It's all
Burlingame?
mechanics in there. I don't remember.
Okay.
I walked in there and I said, I got a Bruce Jenner. I'm sorry, Caitlyn Jenner for you guys.
Awesome.
They knew what I had.
No, I forgot what I was going to say.
Talking about your favorite
Now, didn't we
Marge.
stop any and all
Actually, no.
resources for
Oh.
sanctuary cities?
Yes,
on.
that's what it was. They said, you guys are all these sanctuary cities? We're going to stop no more federal funding to you until you fucking walk the line, the proverbial line.
Pull up a picture of Marge Simpson's sisters.
They have blue hair?
One of them does, or is purple.
don't
But I
remember.
feel like that's
Bianca would know. She'd know off the top of her head.
Here, he's gonna have it up. Marge Simpson's sister.
On
One
Pornhub.
of them has that fucking hairdo.
God, you're right. I think you're right, bro. She almost got the same dress and,
Yeah.
and necklace.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
dude. Send me that picture and send me that one, and I'll put it on our Instagram.
Send that
Side
to
to
the
side.
group Insta. All
She was
right,
pretty-
so let's get this. Let's get Marge Simpson's sister running her mouth.
They got the smoker's voice. Yeah.
I need the city to protect me because the federal government won't. And if you think you're afraid of Trump, you
All right,
should
first
see
of
how
all,
afraid
don't
of
rely on the government of any sort to fucking protect you.
I want to draw an Adam's apple on this fucking mongoloid.
I mean, she already drew fucking huge eyebrows on herself. That's a her, by the way. You can tell.
Can't tell, dude. I can't tell.
Her attempt at a low voice is still outrageously high. The head is tiny. If you look compared to the guy next to her, that's behind her by a couple feet, and his head is still larger than hers.
He looks like Yucko the clown.
And look at the size of her head compared to the microphone. Women typically have smaller heads. Her head is fucking tiny. And look at the shoulders. They're not broad at all. There's
I want to
definitely...
use her. I want to tip her upside down and use her to scrub my toilet.
What's the other one? What ethnicity are you? I'd like to call you a slur.
I absolutely would her. Oh God.
See how afraid of Trump I am.
Can you wrap up, please?
Yes, I can.
Dude.
If you say that you're afraid of Trump and that's why you don't want the city to be a safe space for trans people, you better prepare for trans people to make this a
I
very
get a downer.
unsafe space.
I'm shaking right now.
That's a dude.
I don't want to be here.
Please.
I'm sorry, am I taking too long pleading for my life?
Yes.
You remembered how many children I have and the two of them are trans.
I speak as both the B and the T in the LGBT.
I'm multiply disabled. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome,
Listen.
which is a connective tissue disorder that causes me immense physical pain. I'm on the autism spectrum.
She's
We
got
know.
like 3 or 4
and
things
I have
going on.
narcolepsy, and I couldn't drive myself here, so I had to hide from my driver that I was in drag, which is not an easy thing to do in drag.
I do not want to
She's
be here.
in drag.
It's my
Look at
day
that one.
off.
Well, that's definitely.
I do not want to be in your
fuck with her,
DMs.
that's
I do not want to be in your
makeup.
email inboxes. I do
think
not
that's
want
makeup,
my
buddy.
creativity
No, that's
writing diss
makeup.
tracks like Kendrick. I don't
Look
want
at the
to spend an
forehead, that's
hour
makeup.
applying glitter on my face so that you will hear and see me. I want you to listen to me.
Let us remember that the Nazis burned the books that the Nazis burned books on gender sciences first. Now the administration has villainized and marginalized migrant workers,
They got something right.
LGBT people, and even special needs, denying life-saving and affirming care.
Can you look at me and tell me how many of my friends need to die before you do anything?
Please wrap
Look
up.
at me!
Okay, we're all done here.
Fucking
Hey, we're all
pathetic!
done. Come on.
Of course, we need to continue
Don't they
celebrating
seem
Black History Month
mentally
because
stable?
in spite of what's coming down from Washington, we all know that we all exist and we all need to be recognized for our existence.
What's your guess on
be
cat
aware
count? How many cats
that
has that
you
old
are
lady
a guest
got?
in my house when you come. And when you come, know that there are
Black Minnie
strong,
Mouse.
queer and trans people in my classroom who will collect you with the
That's a
quickness.
teacher.
My name
They
is
got a lot of
Diana
tough talk
Stevie
going
Clay.
on.
And my name out of drag is Dewey Cosgrove Atienza.
See, I think
Laddie
it's a dude.
LaRouge, he, they, in drag, District 3.
My legal name is Olivia D'Ambrosio. My public name is Livy Scanlon. My wife and I own a home in the Canal District.
I speak as someone who is always misgendered, like all the time. People refer to me as sir when I prefer to
No
refer
shit,
to as
Sherlock.
ma'am. I speak as someone who is afraid to use public toilets. I speak as someone who is a member of this community
There's autism in there,
and
by the
is
way.
a queer person.
You can see it.
You have to imagine being me and my
I don't care if they're
wife,
autistic.
fearing that our marriage
it
will
makes
They're
it-
autistic, which makes them a victim of somebody else's
Please,
bullshit.
I only have so much time. Please, Joe's gonna cut me off.
Which matters more?
covering the legal fees of systemic police brutality or protecting the lives of queer people in our community. How many lives have to be lost before you consider fighting back against fascism and corruption?
Now is the time
Shut
to
up,
say
dude.
that federal money relies on the dehumanization of trans people, that we don't want your goddamn money.
I get that some of you care more about easy funding than trans
Hey,
lives.
he's got blowjob
and
handles.
Don't mind Nazis for some whatever reason, but
Normally I would say good evening, but through the chair I will only impart my sour grapes.
It's an extremely emotional and taxing thing
Wow.
to stand up here as someone, as part of
Emotionally
the trans and
taxing.
gender diverse community.
My name is Katie. I'm from District 5, and I'm speaking in support of agenda items 10B and 14B.
What's up, Kyle?
Right now in our country, Trump is threatening the trans and gender diverse community.
Noticing people here are trying to
Oh,
control the
no.
rights of
No, no,
others,
no, no, no.
and that's
Nope.
not right. We should make Westboro a sanctuary city for trans people. Everybody deserves to feel safe, and everybody needs to feel safe. I've lived here for 4 years, and there hasn't really been any changes in how people feel safe in the city. My birthday is this Saturday, and all I want is peace and for you to vote yes. Please don't let me down for my birthday. There's a lot of queer people that I love, and to Candy Carlson, you should know to never call someone it. I'm 7, and I know better. The kids are watching, and we're ready to vote you out.
Okay, let's pause that for a minute.
Well, that's the end of it anyways.
Okay,
So,
so
the,
there was-
the parent of that child, go and arrest them for child
Yeah.
abuse.
There was one guy in there that talked about the Germans burning books of sexuality, right?
And they did. yeah.
Okay, but let's talk about this. Joseph
Stalin.
Mengele,
That guy.
doctor.
That guy talked about.
Yeah.
He performed acts on Jewish Holocaust victims. As far as twins, he would freaking see what twin had a reaction to what. He would freaking inject whatever. He took and freaking would take and put rubber bands on the men's balls and see how many days it took for them to fall off. And to see all this shit. And they would produce this. But if you look, they want to compare Nazis to hating sexuality, burning all the books on sexuality so nobody knows about the sexuality, all this shit. But yet, during the Holocaust, they murdered how many fucking people? Well, also performing
hold on.
stupid-ass science projects.
Historically, the first books the Nazis did burn were based on gender studies and transitioning back then. And they got rid of it because, go fuck yourself. Now, medical experiments, which is what you're talking about, is still fucked up. And the Japanese did it in World War II.
I'm going to defend the Nazis on this one.
Ooh,
the guy,
I'm going to fucking supercut this one. Ty's a fucking Nazi!
the guy that put the guy or girl that put his child up in front of that.
Oh,
please stick a rubber band around that guy's balls.
No, most definitely.
Now, here's the other
So,
thing.
okay, fine. I'm a bad guy because I want to make sure that kid grows
Now,
up to decide whatever he wants
do
to
you-
do. If one of our children wanted to change sides, whatever, but don't do it until you're a fucking adult.
Yes. If you want to do it after you're an adult, I'm not necessarily for it. But if you want to be
Don't
gay,
put that little kid,
whatever, I
don't
don't
put
give
that
a
little
shit.
kid in front of a fucking
that
crowd.
no, that right there,
See the guy in the gray?
that
I assume
is
that's a guy.
fucking child abuse.
That's a dude. Put your
Arrest
rubber,
him.
put your Stalin fucking rubber band around that guy's nuts.
Yep.
No, we put it around his neck. Fix the problem.
But on the other hand, let's say over Middle East, they marry as young as 10-year-olds. Okay, but do you also know that even in the United States, Middle Eastern people still live and abide by their own rules, with the turban, with the face mask, the face cover.
They're
Do you know
they're okay marrying a 10-year-old over here.
Do you also
because it's
know
their way?
that to stop a Middle Eastern female from wanting and doing sexual stuff at a younger age and pleasuring themselves. Do you know they do vaginal mutilation
I don't want
to their children?
I'm done.
But yet, the Trump administration is being compared to that because we don't want the sanctuary cities. If you want to be a sanctuary city, you support it your fucking self. You make the damn change. Get off your freaking ass. Quit fucking being a hypochondriac, having all these goddamn problems.
They don't not only want the sanctuary city, they want the federal funding for it too.
So
yes, but all the
I don't
Democrats
wanna
wanted
pay
to
for that.
the freaking federal funding too to send over to Ukraine. The 2.6 billion they sent, or 2.6 billion or whatever that they sent over to freaking Ukraine. To turn around, they can only find 100 billion of it. The other 1.6 billion got sent back to the U.S. to go in fucking Democrats' pockets.
Yes, I just.
That's
sent
what they
that
want.
picture.
Is they want their fucking paycheck coming back.
So
And this is the way to do it.
With the Middle East, some lefty I went to school with posted that tranny people are having a hard time because their passports don't match the gender that they identify with. So he's bitching about that. And I was very tempted to comment, but I knew he wasn't going to understand. They do that to keep you safe because there are some countries in this world, if you show up and your passport says you're a woman and they find out you're a dude, you'd be lucky if you were only thrown off a roof.
Yeah.
You would be lucky to be thrown off a roof because they do so much fucking worse to people.
I was just say,
all
the mutilation,
you know, it
I
used to
don't
be
know.
15 years ago. There was a whole big freaking scandal about the waterboarding in freaking Gitmo. You motherfuckers go to another country, and you, again with this shit, waterboarding. That's easy torture for you guys over there.
Have you seen
They're gonna
how many
frickin-
videos you like gore? How many videos from the Middle East have you seen where they go to behead somebody with a dull knife and you can still see them alive with a big fucking gash down the side of their neck?
In shock. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't give a fuck about you in the Middle East.
No.
If you're different than straight, you're fucked. They
These
throw
people
gays off
Why
of
are they
roofs.
so scared? I'm not going to victimize you.
They're scared. What makes them scared is you calling them male
when they decided
when they
don't
feel
want
they're
to feel
female.
like it.
When you decide to
Their
say
legal name is Brian or Bruce or fucking.
Well, actually,
But
no.
again-
The downside is a lot of these places, Democrats shitholes, are letting them change their legal name.
They're not only letting them, they're assisting.
They're
them.
promoting it.
They're
promoting them.
pandering to the mental delusion that you can somehow change your biological gender, which is weird because your body structure and your DNA says you're a fucking dude. You wearing a dress.
I love Cooter, but I don't want to have my own.
Who's that one British chick that was asked on some fucking talk show, how many genders are there? 2, male and female.
All the others
And
are.
she caught fucking
And
hell
she
for it.
said,
I know.
you can identify
Jordan
as a female, but I don't have to abide by that
One of these women in this interview
because you're mentally ill.
said that she has 2 trans children. You know what the odds of 1 trans children is? And then the odds of having both of your children being
With-
trans?
Hey,
with
do you
the-
mean this woman?
Education,
No, it was
the-
I think it was the old. I don't remember.
with the federal education department,
It's that one.
in picking the
Yeah, it
fact
was
that they're
that one.
promoting in freaking elementary school transgender behavior is going to be very common because that's what the Democrats are pushing is transgenderism in the fucking schools. So you're going to have 2, 3, 5, 16 fucking trans children in one damn family because that's what they're pushing in school to be fucking cool.
And these guys, everybody in this meeting is on the spectrum because autism definitely makes it easier for them to be influenced into doing this dumb shit.
That's it. I'm sorry, but the autism, he's not wrong. There's studies doing it, and it basically has a door for them to
push their prerogative.
Yes.
I'm not wrong because autistic people have tunnel vision. When they get something in their head, that's all they care about. You want to know how I know? Because I am fucking autistic.
Well, it's not that they have the tunnel vision. It's they're getting pushed in a direction, and then their tunnel vision kicks in.
Yes. Sorry. When they get that in their head, so if they're getting pushed from this way and this way and this way, okay, now it's tunnel vision, and that's the only fucking thing they can see. And to break that up, that is more fucking therapy. But again, now with that being said, autism therapy is so far-fetched, unavailable, everything, because of the mental health crisis in this country. Look at the mental health crisis that we just watched in that video. Yeah. Every one of them fucking fucktardos.
They must have came for miles, because that seems really far-fetched
mentally
to have
fucking
that many
unstable.
jammed into one room.
They definitely all socialize. They are. It's an echo chamber of mental disease.
Their club is just down the street. I don't know how the hell this podcast became
me screaming at a microphone
about this stuff, because it's supposed to be cars and guns.
Your tirade and
pussy,
Ty railing for the Nazis had some things right. And,
well, the child abuser.
Yeah.
Please chop that guy's head off. Okay, I'll stick by my words. Go ahead, please.
But
this got fucking out of hand.
We got a little off the rails. This is probably what's going to cancel us.
No, hopefully they get rid of the cancel culture, because the Dems aren't in charge anymore.
I don't know.
Let's pump the proverbial brakes and start on something different.
Let's try and get on a safe set of tracks.
Amy is great with the topics. An actor.
For a second.
Did I ask this one? An actor that nailed a role so hard that nobody else will ever be able to live up to?
Heath Ledger is the Joker.
Landman, the one guy's pretty good. An actor that nailed a role so hard that nobody else will ever be able to live up to. So Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson with the Joker. I think he did.
Okay.
It's hard to beat, man. It's hard to beat.
I can't come up with a specific role that this actor has nailed.
I got another one.
But I can tell you that he can never be replaced in a role.
Okay. What is it?
Christopher Walken.
Oh, yeah.
Well, just the voice.
Just his voice, his mannerisms, everything. In every freaking movie, he is a badass motherfucker. And he will never be replaced in any role that he has ever been in.
Danny DeVito. What's the other little guy? He was in My Cousin Vinny.
Oh, Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci. He's great.
Yep. My Cousin Vinny. I don't think anybody could ever replace Joe Pesci in My Cousin Vinny.
Goodfellas. Casino. Casino's one of the best movies out, I think. I've watched that 1,000 times.
You know, there's so many movies.
Was just one topic that she sent. We can move on from there.
I mean, I have a shit ton of movies that I love who's in it. I've seen so many different remakes. You know, look at Spider-Man. There's been 3 different Spider-Mans in our generation. There was Tobey Maguire. I don't know the fucking second one. And then there was this freaking one here. Nobody is ever going to top Tobey Maguire.
Okay, maybe.
You know, the current one got hit with the freaking Kleenex box. The other 2 caught it. When it was chucked at him, they caught it. The other one, the newest one, it hit him. To be honest, on other shit, Tobey Maguire, just the way he acted, the way he looked, the way he did everything, I don't think anybody could replace him as Spider-Man. I know a lot of people like this Tom Holland. Tom Holland, that's the current
He's
Spider-Man.
The current one, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he's as good.
He was in Batman as a monster or something, wasn't he?
Tom Holland?
Oh, no, not Tom Holland. It was
not
Tom
Batman.
Hardy.
Batman's DC. Yeah,
Tom Hardy.
No, not Batman. He's Venom.
Bane.
Oh, yeah. He's Bane and the one with...
Anyway, that was just one of the things. We'll keep... Question of the day, because we're just a day off of Valentine's Day. Name a bad Valentine's gift to give a woman. Vacuum, appliances.
Iron. Dishwasher.
Wait a minute. Isn't that one of the same?
Well, I mean, I mean, you would think a dishwasher would be a good gift. Like, here, take a load off so you can spend more time in the bedroom.
Okay, now
cleaning the bathroom.
A bad gift to give your woman, the woman you're involved with, not necessarily talking about you as a couple.
A lamp. That would be a bad gift for you to give your wife.
Because
it runs
on electricity? Yeah. I'm thinking a vibrator. Don't give your wife a vibrator. Don't give your girlfriend a vibrator. That's what the fuck's you're for. Don't use that shit. You want dick?
Oh, no.
Come get me.
We get full on involved with toys and everything else.
Okay, but a normal.
I got a story for that. It's not going to be on the air, but
No.
It kind of took me by surprise. I was like, what the fuck is that for?
Is Ty about to tell us he started pegging?
No.
This Valentine's Day was actually pretty decent. Better one than I've had in quite a few years. But do you know why?
Got laid?
Do you know why God created PMS? Or no, not PMS. Yeast infections.
Yes, I do, and I'm not answering that one.
Okay. So a woman knew what it was like to freaking deal with an irritating...
You're gonna probably have to edit at least that one word.
That was my first Valentine's Day with my wife was good. The next 8 sucked. The 10th was good.
You know what? You know why Roach Clip's called Roach Clip? Because potholder was taken. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, you said something about you know why PMS is called PMS? Mad Cow was taken.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. That was Jeremy, by the way.
Do you know about the pH level and freaking vaginal discharge? No? It'll dye women's
panties white. Yeah. No.
See people with gray fucking beards?
It's probably semen for you.
Yeah. 100%.
Look at yours. Not a fucking gray hair in sight, buddy. Dicks don't give up the same.
She sent me this one. I sent it to Moody, and we got off the whole politics thing.
Yeah, that was.
But I'll keep it simple. There's actual numbers here of president's net worth before and after office. They're all bad. So Ronald Reagan didn't make a lot of money.
How about
George W. Bush made a ton of them?
Or not? Sorry. How about running for president? What they were worth? Because if you look at Hillary Clinton, she was only worth like freaking $3 million before. After running for president, she was worth like $38 million, but never got the presidency.
I got the number.
Okay.
Donald Trump is the only one in this list of
That's
1,
worth
2,
less?
3, 4, 5, 6 people
Since
that is
Reagan.
worth more than $1 billion less. He started his 45th presidency, 3.7, ended with 2.5. But Bill Clinton, in his 8-year run, was 1.3 million to start and 241.5 million. So he gained
on a $400,000
$240 million.
Not even back then. That was in the 90s. It wasn't even $485,000 a year. Back in the 90s, the presidency got freaking like $290 for a year. So, but holy shit, he went up.
George Bush gained
$240
$19 million. Bill Clinton went up $240 million and then in change.
Okay, but let's look at GW, because GW is also involved in oil.
9/11.
And he has oil wells in Texas.
$20 million is all he gained. G-dubs.
Okay, that ain't bad.
Barack Obama, 1.3 to 70. And still, Trump lost money.
$68.7 million.
Ronald Reagan made a little, but he was also an actor, and he had a lot of things going on.
Reagan made $4.2 million.
Not shit.
Yeah. Which
4.2
for someone, yeah.
From 10.6 to 15.4, so a little less than $5 million. No, a little more.
4.8 is what I'm looking at.
4.8. Sorry, I did that math wrong.
Yeah.
Either way, so you figure he was an actor before. He could easily make that on just royalties.
Yeah.
So
do a commercial as the president / actor, whatever. Back then it didn't really matter But
okay. Nancy Reagan. What foundation did she create?
The Nancy Reagan Foundation? I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
I know and I don't remember.
Look at, let's say, go with Gerald Ford. You got the Betty Ford Clinic. How many of these former sitting presidents' wives or them have done a fucking thing for this country after?
But Hillary Clinton makes sure she stays in the black no matter what she has to do. How many people has she Hillaried?
It's because she just deletes the emails.
Oh no, she does more than just deleting. She deletes
She
people.
deletes people,
She
too.
deletes people.
They drowned it from a 9mm bolt to the fucking back of the head.
2 or 3.
Suicide, yeah.
That's what happened to what was it, the gardener? Drowned in the fucking pool, but he had a 9mm bullet hole in the back of his fucking head.
She was blamed for the Epstein thing too, which is very plausible. It's very plausible. I don't know if I've never seen proof, and I don't know.
Has that
for
list
sure.
hit yet?
No.
Okay.
But I think they were waiting to get Kash Patel into the FBI to get that. But since we're still touching politics, you notice we've seen J.D. Vance, out and about in the media in the last 3 weeks more than we saw Kamala in 4 years. By the way, I saw something that Kamala's looking to run in 2028.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Do you know why
Do
we
that.
didn't see Kamala?
I think they did. Well, she was wasted the whole
Because
time, but
the puppet master is always behind the screen.
we didn't see her up until she was running.
And
for
then
president.
I didn't want to see her then.
Well, when she was running, she was talking about how horrible the current administration is. Bitch,
you're part of
that.
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix all of these things. Wait a minute.
Hold on. And the Democrats were just eating that shit up. They're like, yeah, fix the bad stuff that Trump did.
Yeah.
And he's still catching shit about it.
None of it's Biden and Kamala. It's all Trump.
Yeah.
But we're going to fix the current administration's problem. That's you fucking people.
Dude, there is a very serious... We're almost done, dude. There is a very serious theory that Biden might have voted for Trump.
Yeah, actually, remember that. He should have.
Because
I would.
As soon as Kamala
I
hit
did.
as soon as Kamala hit the campaign trail, she started bitching about the current administration, just throwing Biden right under the bus.
Well, that they shoved him out, and he was pissed about that too.
I was going to say that. And how much did you see once Kamala hit as the running? How much did we see Biden? We didn't. We don't even know if he's freaking dead.
Hold on. There was that one day where she was out on some campaign stop trying to drum up the media, and Biden came out to do a press conference on his own. Just snatched the fucking limelight away because the president takes precedent over the campaign trail. Oh, that was just big fuck you to Kamala. Ty's gone. You want to see some food that I found on Facebook?
Sure.
Let me get this set up. So I found this recipe for steak and linguine. Yeah.
Okay.
Look at that. And then
I think I would pick a better cut of steak versus a sirloin.
Yeah. Cream cheese and bacon stuffed Doritos chicken. Use Doritos as the breadcrumb.
Yeah.
That looks pretty damn good. Oozing with cheese.
I think I would put some more bacon in it. But me,
here's
everybody
that.
knows me, I would put more bacon in everything.
Garlic butter steak lightning noodles is what we looked at earlier.
And that looks good. I
It
would
does.
use a different cut of steak.
Well, I mean, when you're doing that to it, it's fine. But
Yeah.
then there's also this brisket pot pie. By the way, brisket's on sale at Meijer, and today was the last day.
Bloody fucking hell, that looks just...
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Facebook has been top tier and has been sending me some good-looking recipes lately.
I mean, I would hold off on the jalapenos because I don't like the spice.
I'd go fucking hog on jalapenos.
But everything else in that motherfucker?
Ty, it's not a grilled cheese.
awesome.
Don't bother looking at it.
It looks like Remember that woman that just did over 1,000 guys in 12 hours? That's got to be what the inside looks like.
Shit, you don't even like brisket.
He doesn't like anything. It's not lunch meat.
Speaking of, so I tried to smoke a pork butt last weekend, Saturday. Got it going, and it was running fine for a couple hours, so I went to take a nap, and I had the temperature remote unit next to me, and it starts fucking going off like crazy. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And I look at it, and it says 265 degrees. I'm like, ain't no fucking way. I have not even fallen asleep yet. There ain't no fucking way that thing's 265 degrees. So I go over and I look out the window, and it just looks like it's chugging away. And then I look at the control pad. It says there's 500 degrees in there. I'm like, fuck, there's a grease fire. So get a cup of water and splash it on top of the pork. It's fucked anyways. Splash it on the pork butt so it puts all the fire out.
Can you peel off the black shit?
Dude, it's 265 internal. You want to cook to 195.
Oh, all right.
It is
That
fucked.
one is jerky.
Yeah.
Did you want a Matter Daddy?
What?
A Matter Daddy.
The fuck is that?
A Matter Daddy.
No.
No, I'm good.
What? You know what? It's a Matter Daddy.
No. So I have another pork butt. I like the drippings, the grease that falls off. So when I smoke one tomorrow, I'm gonna put it in an aluminum tin pan to catch all the drippings. Then I don't have a grease fire, and I got all the drippings, all that extra flavor to put back in. I hate having to do it that way, but I also don't like grease fires all winter long because it's burning hotter to stay up to temp.
Yeah.
We're talking about food, something that you do not like.
Oh, keep going.
But I have half a lamb coming my way. Bellinger called me Thursday for the cut order, so probably next Thursday I'll go pick that up. Drive up to St. John's to do it. Half a lamb.
North of St. John's?
Yeah, pretty decent north of St. John's, and I'll probably just take back roads all the way across if the roads aren't too
Probably the
shit.
same one I picked up my...
Not the one closer to town on the east.
It was north off of 127.
Not the one off the east side of the road, but the one well back.
Oh.
Like you got to go
This one's
west
off
of
the
127.
East side of 127, 2 miles on the north side of whatever road it is, but it was good 12, 14 miles north of St. John's.
So this one's west of 127, but it's a ways out. Either way, my half of a lamb cost $97.
Well, that ain't bad.
Yeah.
But I guess lambs are small. But either way, it ain't bad. It is good meat. Actually, I was looking back through the text the other day. You were asking me about it, and I don't not like lamb. I just don't like lamb enough to buy a half a lamb or a whole lamb or a quarter lamb. I have had ground lamb burgers. I have had lamb chops. I have had sliced lamb done for gyros.
Yeah.
That stuff. But I'm not necessarily a full-out fan of lamb. I like it, but it's very much moderation.
Okay, so you like pork?
Yes.
So I know a farmer that is looking to sell a pig here, a couple pigs here soon. The last pig I bought from him, I bought half a pig off him, $200 for a half. He was trying to get them inseminated so it'd take $500 a shot, he said. He did it twice, still didn't take. He said, fuck these pigs. Sold them to fucking Bellinger.
He's more into sheep, I think.
But $200 a half for a pig, and then whatever Bellinger
I was gonna say you're
charges.
probably looking at another $250 for processing.
Yeah. I got
But-
the guys I went in on the pig with, they got quarter each. I got half. The guys, they didn't put an order in for what kind of cuts they wanted done with all the extra. Whereas I got brats and bacon and sausage patties and all that. They didn't put any of that in their order. and they got a shitload of just ground pork because they didn't order anything, so they got.
I would have it
just
all
ground.
made into breakfast sausage and bacon.
Oh, I got bacon cheddar brats made with some of it. I got 0 ground pork, but I got sausage patties. I got bacon off of it, and I got.
But on the other hand, I have
patties.
2 completely full fucking freezers right now.
You got one
third.
Yeah, you got a third. You're good.
I do have a third one that is in the garage, buried, just being stored out there. But I already have 2 sitting there running in the house. I don't need to plug in another third one.
Doors open
to fill with more fucking food.
We can't really go much without. We can't pass over tonight without talking Super Bowl halftime show.
What about it?
Didn't pay attention.
It sucks.
I was asleep.
I didn't pay attention to it either. I just seen the aftermath of it.
Everybody
Stop
said it
fucking hiring rappers.
Everybody
I'm sorry,
said it
country,
surpassed
rock and
Michael
roll.
Jackson's the best freaking halftime show by like 100,000 freaking people watching. No, I disagree with that. I disagree with the fact that they wanted to see how bad the halftime show was. It wasn't the fact that they were watching him because of this dipshit performing. It was the fact they wanted to see how bad this was. And there were so many freaking old people watching the game that had no idea what the hell this guy was saying.
So I think that's a lot of it. I think so many people want to see how bad it is, so the ratings go high. And they think, well, Super Bowl goes, wow, we did a great job. Our pick was fucking great.
Well, like I was telling you earlier, I didn't get to watch the Super Bowl because I was out fixing
We
my
didn't watch
daughter's
it either.
fucking car on the side of the freaking road or trailering it home because it was blown up. But I've heard so much shit. I've seen so much shit with freaking the halftime show.
I was asleep. I had to be at work at 2 the next morning. There ain't no fucking way I'm staying up. and
So all
watching
three of
that.
us didn't see it. However, we've heard and watched the
clips and
highlights
reels
clips
and all
yeah.
that shit off Facebook.
Exactly.
And
And it was
TikTok
fucking bad. This
I remember
the highlight of the whole thing was Regal.
Yeah.
And then some
Jumping.
guy jumped on the car, dancing on it. This thing's a GNX, 87 GNX. Guy's up there dancing, and he's flailing around with a Palestinian flag. Somebody went out there and tackled him, I think.
So
at the Super Bowl, they're flying a fucking Palestinian. Sorry.
So when I was a kid, I used to actually like watching the Super Bowl because the ads were good. The ads were always great for the Super Bowl, but now it's just fucking boring to
You used to have
watch.
the
fucking Budweiser,
Budweiser.
Dude, I had to explain to one of my coworkers what the fucking frogs on Budweiser mean.
What?
Well, he's pretty young.
And
Still, Bud.
he was talking about a frog or whatever, and in commercial, and I said, "Bud, Mikey, wise," and nobody said and I'm like, dude, quit!
This
Don't
is
leave
you.
us hanging.
This is you.
Don't leave us hanging. We don't know what you're talking about. Fuck! And so we had to explain the whole damn thing. And it's like
you should have jumped. You should have jumped his shit for being fucking weird and being a baseball fan.
But, you know, the Clydesdales are just iconic Budweiser. They kind of fucked their brands, but the Clydesdales, bring those back.
Yeah.
Make
the
your ad campaign
Clydesdales or
around
even the
Clydesdale.
Budweiser Dalmatian, the fire truck Dalmatian.
I think it goes hand in hand.
And again, but I used to watch the freaking Budweiser Clydesdales at the Ionia Fair, just driving through the fucking fairgrounds. And they're fucking gorgeous.
Greg's dad had a bunch of them at one time.
Fucking
I don't know if he still got 'em or not.
gorgeous.
And they're intimidating.
Oh,
when you're right up close and they're moving their heads near you, you're like, damn, sucker.
I've seen Belgiums. I've seen
That's what they had.
Clydesdales. I've brushed them. I've combed their fucking manes, and they, holy fuck, they are just gorgeous monsters.
For those that don't know, a Clydesdale adult at the shoulder is 5.3 to 6 foot at the shoulder.
Yeah.
The head still goes higher than that.
By 3 feet.
Yeah.
They're monsters.
Yes.
Huge horses.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Very cool. But the Super Bowl halftime show, they gotta figure it out, dude. I mean,
Oh,
just
shit.
stop hiring these shitty rap artists. get a good one. I don't hate rap. I kind of hate rap, but get a good something.
Oh, I thought they weighed more than that. I thought they weighed closer fucking
a Clydesdale,
2,000 to 3,000 pounds.
The average male weight is between 1,700 and 2,200 pounds.
I'm with you. I think they're bigger than that.
That's 2/3 of a car.
Now that's the average Joe ones. The ones that Budweiser is milking out are probably hogs. They're hogs.
Do you know the life expectancy of a horse?
No, I don't know.
35 to 45 years.
All that weight and only 1 horsepower.
But again, that's actually what
Where do you think Mustang comes from?
That's actually what I was getting at. A while back, there was a video of a freaking crew cab Chevy fucking dually with a horse hauler trailer, big fucking horse hauler trailer, stuck in the fucking ditch. He unloaded his freaking Clydesdales, hooked him to the fucking front of it, and I think he had a team of 4. They never freaking thought twice, nothing. Jerked that freaking truck right out of the damn ditch.
1 horsepower, 1,000 foot-pounds of torque.
Exactly. Jerked that fucking 20-foot trailer out of the ditch with a freaking truck. Never freaking thought twice. I seen they did it with a semi also. They pulled a freaking semi out with a team of Clydesdales. They freaking, maybe it was Belgians. They did it with the Amish. They pulled a freaking semi out of a freaking ditch.
Hezekiah.
And they're just freaking monsters.
Yeah,
they're badass. But the Budweiser brand is
iconic. A freaking Super Bowl. Freaking
the Budweiser Clydesdales are iconic. I
Yes.
probably have right there's one picture. There's another one over there. Probably got a couple around here. That's
again,
the Prohibition mirror.
We talked about the freaking Super Bowl halftime. You know, everyone's, I watched the Super Bowl halftime show for the commercial. Dude, there isn't a single fucking commercial in the last, 10 years.
Yeah.
Except for when they brought back the fucking Clydesdales, 3 years ago in the Super Bowl halftime show? They brought the Clydesdales back for one commercial. That I watched just for that freaking commercial. The rest of it?
The one with the dog brings me to tears.
Dude, the
I'm a big
Super
pussy
Bowl
with
used
dogs.
to be about the game and some of the best commercials ever. But they just don't have that anymore.
But now, did you see the Pro Bowl?
No.
Nope.
No.
I don't care enough to watch the Super Bowl.
Okay, let's go with a fucking Pro Bowl. This is how much the NFL is a freaking joke now.
Didn't somebody kneel for the Super Bowl?
No.
Okay.
Well, the last play of the game,
Yeah,
he
that's-
kneeled to fucking stop the clock or to run the clock out. But the Pro Bowl was a flag football game this year.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of a fucking hard-hitting
I think
fucking Pro Bowl.
Carter was watching it.
It was a flag, no freaking pads. It was a fucking powder puff fucking
No
flag
helmets.
football game.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know. I don't think it's...
exactly. It's like, I remember watching the fucking Pro Bowl where, it was the Super Bowl of fucking games until next week's fucking Super Bowl.
Right.
And it was fucking badass. It fucking getting injured, fucking hitting hard. They're fucking pounding each other.
Maybe that's why they get to give up that shit. So they wouldn't get hurt in the game.
Last year I was in Vegas. I left the day of the fucking Pro Bowl. It was in Vegas.
What would you guys like to see as far as a halftime entertainment? Because I don't want to call them artists. They're not artists. Artists are great welders, are great painters, maybe. I don't even say painters because the shit that's in these art museums are trash.
I'm not sure who I'd like to see the artist be, but I'd go for another Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction with the right female singer. Know what I mean?
Half the ones I could say it would never happen because a lot of the group
AC/DC.
people are dead.
Give me classic rock. Give me,
And that's the thing.
I don't want to
Metallica,
say Kiss, I think Kiss
AC/DC,
sucks. Metallica.
Queen, fucking.
The next Super Bowl is going to be in San Francisco, which is Metallica's backyard.
But again, you can't have AC/DC because half the band's dead. Queen, okay, it's not Queen unless it's Freddie Mercury.
David Bowie does pretty good.
But David Bowie's dead, so you can't even have him.
I think.
But
I don't know. There's just the Bee Gees. Bee Gees are freaking badass too. But there's only one Bee Gee left.
He's about dead.
And again,
you say that, and
Barry's
I'm
just about fucking dead.
Just about beat the bejesus out of me.
But you know, if we were going back in the day, the Beatles, the Animals. I mean, I would love to see any of them. These freaking idiots that they're getting to play the Super Bowl now. No, but you know they don't get freaking paid for it.
Do we actually have anybody like as far as a rap artist that we could stand? I can't think of any.
Eminem,
Adam Calhoun.
Nope. No.
He's a right wing rapper.
Okay.
No, I could watch Eminem.
I went and seen him live. He sucks.
He's a little too.
I was trying to get in Amy's pants.
You know, maybe even Jelly Roll doing halftime.
Booger picker, booger eater, maybe.
Well, I don't give a shit.
I got a video of him digging in his nose and he ate a booger. Sitting right behind Trump.
Never mind.
What?
I'm not going to say that.
You don't want to get picked
because
on.
I don't want that. Anyway, just
maybe you know what, Jelly Roll would probably be a pretty good one.
I could stand to watch fucking Nickelback again play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to them. I don't know what everybody's problem is with Nickelback. I don't fucking.
Okay, so my ex said people don't like Nickelback because they changed their style just to stay relevant.
Okay.
And my question was, then why does no one get after the Black Eyed Peas? They do the same exact fucking thing.
What do
They're not
vehicle
relevant
manufacturers do?
Well, not anymore.
They change the body style of the car. What do every innovative person in the world, Harley, fucking Nike.
I got time for that.
Okay, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have fucking said. TV manufacturers, they're flat screens because the tube style is not up to snuff anymore. Refrigerator manufacturers, it's the thing. They move up with the times. They have to change to keep being liked, to keep making money. That is a good business ethic. Why the fuck not? Yeah. Why is everybody on their ass for being good businessmen?
It's funny that we're on the topic. Here we go, somebody. The Super Bowl halftime show would have been more entertaining if they had just set up a desk at the 50-yard line and let President Trump sign some more executive orders.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I sent it Harley Davidson. Everything Harley I send to Hendrix. So let's see.
Oh, God.
Oh.
But again, do you get what I'm saying? That they're trying to stay relevant like every other business ethic would do in the fucking world.
Like you're supposed to do.
Yes.
Anyway, Harley lost a shitload of money, but I think it had something to do with their... I think it had something to do with their CEO going woke. And all of a sudden Harley... So 2025 might be better for him. But anyway, where are we sitting?
It won't be better. Hour 12.
It's up to you guys.
I'm ready to call it.
Here's those wish us well.
All the rest can go to hell.
Like and subscribe.